We are here, sweet one, dear one, loved one. We are here. We wish to tell you that we do not have names. Most of humanity does not know us from our name, but from our energy, from our vibrational frequencies. We are as the angelic realms, our frequencies. However, we include much more than that. Many more frequencies and vibrations. Some that some of you have not felt before on this earth plane. Some of you feel frequencies, vibrational frequencies, and you relate to them, and you put names on them, and that is fine. That is okay. As this one has named us Adonai, and that is a name that we gave her. At first she felt the angelics, and she requested a name, and that's what we gave her. However, we would like to say that there are many of us who are making our vibrations known on the earth at this time. Some of our vibrational frequencies, as we have said, have not been previously felt or known by earth plane humans. You have felt us when you were energy, when you are part of the all, for we are part of the all. The all includes all frequencies, all time frames, all dimensions, all realities, all aspects, both imagined and non-imagined. And we are part of that all. We are you. You are us. The great I am. And we call it the great I am because it is all of everything. And that is you as well. It is something that you cannot feel on this earth, on your earth plane. However, the energies that have not been expressed on earth before are beginning to enter earth and have been for a short time, and they are becoming more frequent as your time expands, as your energy expands, as your thought processes expand, as your imagination expands, as your soul expands. As your consciousness, your true consciousness expands, you are becoming the Ascended One. You are all becoming Ascended Ones. Many of you may ascend through the physical death, although it is not really a death. It is a change of form, of frequency into the all-knowing and the all-being. And also there are many that will continue on to change and to grow further with their physical body. For now, the physical body has been and will continue to shift more and more as the vibrational frequencies raise your DNA, your cells, your physicality. As the earth raises her vibration, her frequencies, so do you, since you are a part of the earth. And the earth is set on a time frame to ascend into the all. And we are not just saying the fifth dimension has been previously examined in so many ways by so many of you who know the light, understand the light, feel the light, and see the light. It is many dimensions, and you can reach there now, all of you, before you cross over, whether it's through ascension of your frequency of your body, of your physical body, or if it is ascension of the death of your physical and the onward going and ascension of your soul. Your soul is a part of the all, whether you are of earth or not of earth, whether you physically die or whether you go on. Your soul is a part of the all, and eventually your physical body will become light. The light is a high frequency. It is also a part of the all. And you may choose to go in different directions. It doesn't matter. You will make those choices. There are many things that are happening on the earth at this time. The earth is more than ever expanding. It has never expanded to this degree before. Yes, it has gone through its cycles, the 26,000 year cycles, the million-year cycles, the time factors. There was no time on Earth at one time. At one point, there was no time on Earth. The time on Earth was brought to you, from you, by you, for you to experience this Earth in a certain time frame, so that you could bring back with you what you experience and what you learn from those experiences on Earth. And that would expand the all. for the all is expanding as well. And it is difficult for us to explain that to you through this one, through the physical brain as it is now. We can give you a concept. And you say, well, if we are part of the all, if it is the all, then how can the all expand? But there is always additions to the all. The all is always expanding in frequency and vibration. And you are helping that. The all is all, continues to be all. When nothingness expands, it becomes more of the all. The all expands as you do. As you expand, everything expands. Everything raises its frequency and vibration. Everything does. Even as you look outside your windows, when you walk on the grass or drive down the street, there is expansion. You cannot see the expansion right now, but you can feel it. You can feel, most of you can feel the energy changing. Most of you can feel something happening. Most of you get a sense, a knowing, a feeling of being more than what you are. And most of you get a sense, a feeling, or a knowing of the earth being more than what it is. The trees, the grass, the animals, all upon the earth belongs to the earth. And all upon the earth in this your now time leaves when the earth leaves into ascension, or they die and go back to the earth and allow the earth to ascend with what they have left of their physicality upon the earth. Because their physicality, the physical part of a tree, the physicality of grass, of flowers, of buildings, of anything that you can see upon the earth, all of it changes form within time. Within this time frame that you are on, all of it changes form. It goes back to the earth, because all of it that you see upon the earth at this time is of the earth. However, all upon the earth has a spirit and a soul. The spirit is a part of the soul and of the physical body. It is like the personality. When you think of your spirit, you think of your personality, the things that you have learned, the things that you have created, the things that you have experienced, the beliefs that you have adopted. All of those are part of your spirit. And when your soul leaves your physical body, the spirit often goes with it. The soul is part of the all. It is pure, untainted, beautiful, beautiful light energy, high frequency, And the Spirit adds to that soul through the experiences, through the learning, through the beliefs, through all that it has experienced on earth. It adds to the soul and expands the soul, makes the soul greater, expands always. And the soul joins with other souls, and they expand each other. And within all, the all expands, for the souls are part of the all, are conjoined, shall we say, or amalgamated into the all. And when a spirit decides that it has had a rough life and doesn't want to leave yet and has unfinished business, so to say, and feels afraid and still has attachments on the earth plane, that soul leaves, but the spirit doesn't often go on with the soul when it has attachments to the earth. So it stays around, and that's what you see as spirit, as ghosts. We will call them ghosts. That's what you call them, ghosts. And you can release those ghosts or spirits, if you want to call them spirits, because that is the personality, and that is their belief, and that is their attachments that they are holding on to. And what you need to do with those is to allow them to cross over and let them know that there is love and light there, and they can be free of their attachments. The attachments will be free of them as well. And there is a freedom in that, and letting go. And there are others on the other side who can come in, who are also a part of that soul's family, part of aspects of that certain spirit and soul that can come in and help, or angelic beings will eventually come in, and it is up to the spirit to make that choice. But you can help that spirit make that choice. And we do want to say that many who contact what you call spirits on the other side for other people who are wondering about their loved ones who have crossed over, many of them have crossed over and are now on the other side, but those who can gather them together, can gather their spirit and talk to their spirit and communicate with them in different ways, that doesn't mean that they are stuck to the earth. That only means that the human doing the communicating has the ability to cross that path, that line, that barrier, shall we say, that usually ghosts don't cross, but they can cross that to talk to the personality of the spirit who has gone on with the soul. For the spirit and the soul usually live in unison. So humanity can speak to their loved ones. It is those ghosts who normally, what you might cause trouble, or are frequently in what you'd call haunted houses or places. Those spirits there have unfinished business. They have not crossed that barrier to join their soul. However, as we have said, they can be helped. And once they cross that barrier, they are free of their fears, of their worries, of their attachments, and they are free to expand the soul. They take what they've loved and who's loved them. They take the love with them and their learning experience, and that expands the soul. So we want to tell you that those humans on earth who have the ability to contact those spirits who have crossed over and wish to speak to their loved ones, they have that gift, that ability to cross the barrier of time and space, to connect to the personality of that soul, and to bring in those messages that are so pertinent to those of loved ones who have been left behind in great sorrow and grief. And always they will come through as the personality that they once were, so that the loved ones can connect with them through what they say or how they present themselves. But there will always be love. There will always be kindness when it comes through one who can cross that barrier and speak to the one who has crossed over. For those who have crossed over, those spirits who have crossed that bridge, so we say, are in pure love. They can still provide the personality through the one with the gift to give to those in grief, but they will never bring through anything that is negative or of darkness in any way, because they have the ability, the sweet ones here on earth who have the gift, they have the ability to cross that barrier. And now we will tell all humans, when you go to a haunted house, and as this one did, to a theater that was haunted, those spirits there are ghosts. They have unfinished business with those experiences or those people or those situations that they left behind. They have not fully crossed over. And so sometimes they can give one a feeling of negativity, even though they cannot truly harm another. Only the fear of another can bring in the negativity. However, they can show themselves in dark spots or cold spots or pricklies on the skin or in different ways like that, noises and sounds. And that's the way they show themselves to most earth plane humans, the ghosts. And we will say there are some earth plane humans that have a lot of negativity, we will say fear within them. Fear within them. Those who pollute their physical minds and their bodies with alcohol or substances that are not good for the person, and they usually do this because they are feeling negative about themselves and because they have fear. Those ones will sometimes attach or attract those ghosts that it's like electromagnetic, it's magnetic, gives them a charge of anxiety or tension or fear. The more fear they have, the more the ghost, the attached spirit, if the attached spirit that has not crossed over, if they have had a really negative life or have been sociopathic in some way, they can attach themselves to that human form who is full of fear and who drowns their fear in alcohol or other substances. Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes, not always. There are times too when a human form may be in alcohol or some substance abuse and do not attract that because their angelic guides are protecting them from that. For this human spirit needs to learn their lesson, and rather than continuing on with the alcohol or addiction, they may finally decide to learn to choose differently in their lives. They have that option, but they also have that help if they have asked for it, and if they have chosen that. For you see, before even coming to this earth plane, you have made those arrangements. If I get caught up in alcohol or addictions in some way, I am making that choice from the programs that I have been given on the earth plane, that I have accepted to have on the earth plane, and those programs have created, and they can be genetic from years past and eons past. Those programs, they have a choice of either healing them or going through their addictions. And there is a high probability of some having the addictions because of the difficult choices that they have chosen for this earth. And many of them are protected by angels and guides. And some do not make it, and some do make it. Whether they make it or not, whether they die in their physicality because of their addictions or their choices or their alcoholism or whatever form they wish to die in or die through, whether it's taking their own life, or they are basically taking their life when they are on alcohol and drugs anyway. But some have an agreement before they come here that they will have angels and guides to save them from getting the negativity attachments of ghosts. And we're only talking of the negativity attachments of ghosts at this time, because some of them do not choose to have that. They will have those attachments, and some will not. And that is a choice for them before this earth plane and after this earth plane. And those who cross over, shall we say, from physical addiction to alcohol or drugs, they are not looked at or condemned in any way, shape, or form. We have said this before. This is only a choice for them. It is only a choice. When they cross over to this side of the dividing line, if you wish to call it that, they are in pure love and joy, because that's who they are. They cannot be anything less than that. Their personality may stay stuck on earth if they have attachments, but their spirit generally goes with them. You see. And that is why many of them in the human form can connect with them after they, what you call, commit suicide, because they have crossed that barrier. They are in pure love and joy. And they can come across then to the one who connects with them to give a message of love and joy to the person who grieves for them, to their missing, to their parents or their children or whoever they are that grieves and misses them. They can do this through the interpreter of their messages. They are not necessarily the ghosts that you see or feel or understand are there. They are spirit and soul together in their learning and expansion on the other side. Pure expansion. And we wish to tell you that once they cross that barrier, they have given up all connection to all who remain on this side. But they have not given up the remembrance, the energy of them, for they are part of your energy still, and they are part, and you are part of their energy still. And that's the energy that the human upon the earth plane connects with when they speak to them and provide you, the griever, the message. They are tapping into the soul and the spirit of the one on the other side, which are together, are connected, and the energy that is still of them in you. There is what we would say, your soul is still connected to them, your soul is connected to you, your soul is a part of them, you see, and they can connect into that. And that's how we will explain that part of it on this, your earth plane, for now. There will be many of us coming through. Not necessarily through this one, and sometimes through this one if she chooses that, but through others upon the earth plane as well. Open your hearts and your minds. Connect yourselves, for your soul is connected to us. And you, of course, you are your soul. The great I am, the all that is. Open up your mind, expand your mind into all. We give you our love forever, in all ways. You are love, and you are loved.